everyone, welcome to Jiggy's Geek Speak. This is Jiggy Cruz, and tonight it is May 9th, and with me on the podcast for the very first time is Mr. John Eisner Amor, all the way from Cebu. Hello, sir.
Good evening. I'm actually in Davao, not Cebu. I'm from Cebu, though.
Okay, because it says now your location is in Cebu. My bad. I thought you were in
this
Cebu
is an old
now.
account.
Okay. All right. Right off the bat, sir, I wanted to ask you, how did you feel when you found out that you were nominated for a frickin' Eisner Award?
Oh, man.
Okay, for those who don't know, the Eisner Award is like the Oscars for comic books, correct?
Sure.
Yeah. And John is nominated for Best Short Story.
Mm-hmm.
So how did you feel? Who emailed you?
Will, the writer of the One Week in the Library book, I just call him Will, but he's credited as Maxwell Prince. But I call him Will. And he emailed me about 3 hours after the announcement went live.
Wow.
Yeah, and that was 2 a.m. our time, and I had just woken up from a nap, and then I saw the email, and I was groggy, and I wasn't sure it was real.
Okay.
And up to now, it's been like a week, right? It hasn't really sunken in yet.
Okay.
I don't feel like it doesn't feel any different, really. But I feel like once the winners or the losers are announced, I like to think maybe then it will really be a real thing.
So I'm also curious, since you got nominated, like, are you invited to go? Is it like a free trip to San Diego?
I don't think so, unless I missed an email somewhere. I believe any trips to San Diego, whether you're nominated for something or not, need to be under your dime.
Because I remember Jerry Alangilan was a guest, was an honorary guest, so everything was free, I think. Yeah. You should double check.
Yeah, I should actually.
Okay. So if you do win, I will be there at San Diego. You can tell your writer that I will hand carry it and fly personally to Davao to hand it to you if you win.
Oh, man. I wasn't even sure what it looked like. I had to Google it. It looks like a Golden Globe.
Yeah, it does look like a Golden Globe with a big E on top.
Right.
Yeah.
And there's a plaque that comes along with it.
Yeah. No, there's this funny story from Brian Michael Bendis, and I think he won for Daredevil. So Alex Maliv, they were in the bar. It was one of the podcasts before, and so Maliv dropped his Eisner Award and it broke. But Bendis won several awards that year. So it's like, come on, give me in Eastern Europe accent. He was like, oh, give me yours. You have many. So, but I think Bendis ended up giving it to him, I think.
Were you there?
No, I wasn't there. I was listening at one of the Marvel podcasts from before. They stopped it. Yeah. So, who was the first one you told of your nomination?
Well, my wife was asleep because she works during the day. So really, the first person I told was Facebook. I found a way to just compress the message in a JPEG because I didn't want to make a text announcement at length because that felt disingenuous. So I just put a picture up and then let people see, and then they could fashion a reaction or a non-reaction on their own.
My reaction was like, holy shit, wow. I was just so happy to find out that you were nominated. And then I had to check, after congratulating you, I had to check the other nominees. And happy also to see Carlo Pagulayan's name in that nomination list.
Right.
Yeah.
That's for their work on Deathstroke.
Yes. So there. But tonight is about you, so we'll talk more about you. And congratulations again on the Eisner nomination. We'll pray. So I'm asking everyone to pray for John Amor and Carlo Pagulayan. To whoever listens to Geek Speak, please pray for him that they pray for them that they win the Eisners.
Now that's a committee vote, right?
I think it's a committee vote. Yeah, peers and I don't know. I think the Harvey Awards on the other hand, I think it's a fan vote.
Yeah, those are fans and creators.
So parang Harvey Awards yung Golden Globes of comics.
Yeah.
All right. Anyway, we'll skip the Eisner nod, and I wanted to ask you, you've been podcasting for a number of years now, right? When did you start podcasting?
I want to say it's been almost 10 years now, because TK started 2008.
Wow.
But September 2008, yeah. And then it went on weekly for a long time, but then around 2-3 years ago, we took like a 1-year hiatus.
Are you the longest serving member of Tres Komikeros?
It was, well, I started it. It was, I just dragged my friends into it, really.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Okay. Because I saw Tres Komikeros was promoted by Jerry Alangilan also, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. So EJ and Butch, were they there from the very beginning?
No, it started with me, EJ, and Alex.
Okay.
Alex is also from Cebu.
All right.
And then when I moved to Davao, Migs joined the fold. He was a friend of my wife's. And then later on, through Stephen Segovia and those guys, I met Butch. And then he was interested in joining, so it just went on from there.
Okay, cool. And if you do not know, Tres Komikeros is the number one comics podcast in the Philippines, and probably the longest also, correct?
Yes, definitely. Because we're, what people will see now on the website is that we're at episode 46 or 45, but this is our second season, technically. Our first season went all the way up to episode 130, so technically we're almost 200 episodes now.
So you gotta have a special. Are you gonna return to current numbering for 200?
Yeah. That's the joke. We're gonna do like legacy numbering once Marvel Legacy starts. Timely.
Marvel. That's for another topic. I read Secret Empire 0 and 1, and I don't know what to feel. It's a mess.
It's just another story. And did you see that Mark Brooks posted a picture of some young fan burning
the
FCBD copy? Yeah, that was today.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a little harsh, I think.
I imagine there's a lot of that going on.
Okay. I'm gonna listen to them and be patient. That's what they said. Okay. I'll be patient for now.
How many issues is it? Do you know?
I think it's around 8. It's usually 8.
Okay.
Yeah, but I'm not really super excited for it. The most, the comic book wherein I was really, really excited for was for Secret Invasion back then, because I really followed the new Avengers arc. It was really the payoff, but how it was executed, I think it was okay. It wasn't a home run. Maybe in baseball terms, a triple or a double, maybe. But
I have no idea what that means, but let's go with that.
Yeah, let's go with that. So there. Okay, we'll skip. I know you don't like Brian Michael Bendis, but you do like.
I don't. Wait. That's a misconception. I do like Brian Michael Bendis, not his more recent work.
Agreed. Okay. But I know that EJ, I think he exposed to the listeners that you were a fan of Stuart Immonen.
Yes, possibly the biggest fan.
Can I ask what your first introduction to Stuart Immonen was?
I first heard of him when he was on Superman in the 90s, but I wasn't collecting yet.
Okay.
The first book of his that I actually picked up was Shock Rockets.
Okay.
from Guerrilla Comics. I think he was with either Mark Waid or Kurt Busiek. I forget which, but it was pretty much like Thunderbirds.
Okay.
And
So he's been friends with Busiek ever since, I guess.
Yeah, long time.
Because my first introduction to Immonen was Superman's Secret Identity.
Yes.
Which I thought which is still today my favorite Superman story.
Same. And his style the style he was employing is very, very different from what he's using now.
Super different. Mm-hmm. Really different. And then I was really happy when, because Ultimate Spider-Man was my favorite comic book then, and I've been following Bendis and Bagley, and then I was really, really happy to know that Immonen was the one replacing the Mark Bagley for Ultimate Spider-Man.
Yeah, he only did a few issues, like 8 or 12 a
maybe
year's
around
worth.
12, I think. And then it became David LaFuente, and it became... who was it? I think it was David Marquez and Sarah Pichelli. Yeah, those guys. And lady, of course.
Man, every time Immonen gets on a book and then leaves, the next person who takes the artist reins, I always feel sorry for that person.
Did you like Next Wave?
Yes, I love Next Wave. It's one of my favorite books.
Okay. Did you follow the Avengers, unfortunately?
He was on Avengers around Dark Reign.
Yes.
Yeah,
During
I have all those.
I think it was the Heroic Age, if I'm not mistaken.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It was all right. I think. I feel bad that he had to work on Fear itself.
That's funny because around that time I was a massive Matt Fraction fan because
me too.
I had enjoyed all his Casanova stuff,
Immortal Iron Fist.
Yeah, all his other indie stuff, and then Iron Fist was awesome, and then his Iron Man run was probably the best in recent memory. And then I was like, oh man, my two favorites, they're gonna work on this book together, Fraction and Immonen. And everybody on TK was like, oh man, John has a boner for these two guys. He's gonna love this book.
Okay.
And then when the book came out, we were just clueless. What is this? It was like they were promoting toys. It felt like
they were actually. I think too many things going on, and it wasn't really captivating, I guess.
Yeah, and it didn't. It sort of just came out of nowhere because there was never any hint of Odin's. Because the main bad guy in that was Odin's like illegitimate brother or something like that.
Yeah,
like hidden brother.
Correct.
And that was never hinted in any other book. It just came out of nowhere, literally. So
yeah, it was
sort of a non-event.
But I'd still prefer Fear itself over Axis any day. Any day. Yeah. I super hated Axis.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of the recent Marvel events. That's including. I love Marvel and I love DC equally, but as far as recent event goes, I did not enjoy Axis. I did not enjoy Original Sin.
Okay.
I enjoyed Infinity. That was good.
Did you? What about? Wait, top of my tongue. The one Civil War 2.
That was all right. I felt like it went on longer than it should have.
Yes, agree. I thought it was a waste of money.
Yeah.
But with all due respect to Bendis and David Marquez, they were just following orders.
Big ups to them, though. Considering how all the other events go, I love it when one artist handles the entire thing.
Yes, agree. Sorry. The one I really, really loved recently, I think, and probably was the best event, was Secret Wars.
Yes. A lot of people are sort of mixed on that because of what it ended up doing or what it led to, but I enjoyed it as it was happening. But, that was plagued by delays. because of Hickman, I think.
No, it was oh, yes. It was because of Hickman. He had to redo, I think, issue 7 or 8. So it wasn't Ribick's fault. It was Hickman's fault.
Yeah.
And
you know, there were some issues where you can sort of see that, is it Ribic or Ribich? Whichever it is. You can sort of see that he's rushing, but it's still good.
Yeah. Agree.
But Secret War sort of breaks my heart in the end because Fantastic Four is my book, and now because of Secret War, it's nowhere to be found.
It's coming back. Don't worry about that. It's coming back. It's a movie-related problem.
Yeah. I mean, if the X-Men can come back, right?
Yeah. They will. No, it was sad because I was in Japan a couple of weeks back, and I was fortunate enough to visit the Marvel Age of Heroes exhibition in in Mori Tower in Roppongi. And there were so many ads in the train stations, posters above the streets, so many characters, maybe a good 500, I guess. No, the only mutant present was Deadpool. No Wolverine, no Cyclops, no Professor X, no Jean Grey, no Colossus, nada. But Ego was there. Like, really?
Ego the Living Planet?
Ego the Living Planet? MODOK was there. No mutant. Except Deadpool.
And what was this? A ride?
No. It's somewhat of like an art exhibit.
Okay.
So you go to a museum, so they were showing all the props from the Marvel Cinematic Universe. There were toys from Bowen Designs, original art, and some original art really blew my mind. Yeah, and it's owned by Metropolis Comics Collectibles. I mean, that guy is hell rich to own all those Kirby's, Ditkos. I was really shocked. And unfortunately, couldn't take pictures. We weren't allowed.
Was he selling them or just displaying?
Displaying. And do you know that it's not the Todd McFarlane Torment, but there's this particular pose from McFarlane where Spider-Man is whipping his webs, his knees was above his head. It was that, I think it was 300, no, not 300. Yes, no, 300. The Venom one. The red and blue
black
version.
Costume?
Not the black costume. The red and blue version of that pose. That guy owns the cover to that. It's like,
interesting.
Wow. Hundreds and thousands of dollars, I'm assuming.
So hold on. Why were there no mutant figurines?
Yeah, because they were promoting Marvel Studios and Marvel, basically tying everything up together. So it's really an FU to 20th Century Fox movies.
Yeah. I always get sad every time. I know this is the reality of the industry, but like it still breaks my heart every time the comics are made to suffer because the movies are not doing well. And I'm just like, just give it back.
I mean, just work together. And I think Jeff Loeb did a good job because he's working together with Fox Television, with Legion. That's a start. I think it's a good direction. Maybe one day Marvel Studios and 20th Century Fox will share whatever. But the rumor is that after Infinity War, the X-Men and the Fantastic Four will all be together again with the Marvel Universe.
Oh man.
Yeah.
I can even just just leave the X-Men. I don't really care. Just give me Fantastic Four.
Yeah, because the Fantastic Four, that's where the Marvel Universe started, 616. And to debate, I have a question for you. When did the Silver Age start for you? Because the debate, it's either Showcase number 4 or Fantastic Four number 1.
Well, for when you say Showcase, what are you talking about?
The Flash, Showcase number 4.
Yeah. I'm more of a DC kid, so it's more the Flash thing.
Okay.
For the listeners who are unfamiliar with the comics ages, Silver Age is widely renowned or widely known to be when comics became sci-fi or when comics grew up, so to speak.
Yeah.
And for me, the most sci-fi character is really the Flash.
Okay.
So that's what I consider the beginning of the Silver Age.
Yeah, because the cover was also breaking the fourth wall, right? Kind of like when he was running in the film, and then he comes out of the film running towards you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why do you ask?
No, I just wanted to get your opinion on it. Back in college, I took this elective on the introduction to the graphic novel and sequential art. So there was this big debate on when did it start. Is it Showcase number 4 or Fantastic Four number 1? But many were saying that the start of the Bronze Age was Giant Size X-Men number 1. Because that's when Storm was part of the X-Men. You had Warp. You had different types of races being part of the team, and yeah, it's kind of like that. It was also,
I suppose so,
an essay question for that, which I topped on the class, by the way. The class was like, this is not a class, it's like a quiz, a trivia game every day, which I really enjoyed.
That reminds me of this slew of quizzes that me and the TK guys have been taking on like CBR lately, like how well do you know the Legion and whatever. Have you seen those?
Yes, I no. Unfortunately, I've stopped following CBR when they became CBR because I loved comic book resources.
Yeah.
When the change in management happened and they had all these listicles and top tens, this is exactly the reason why I stopped reading Newsarama. And it became tabloids. Like, I don't need tabloids. That's what I have Bleeding Cool for. I need sophisticated comic book journalism, and that was comic book resources for me.
Yeah, and it's totally just a guilty pleasure because we can see it on Facebook, right?
I stopped also. Facebook, Twitter, yeah. I wrote them hate mail, by the way.
To whom?
To CBR. Contact us. And like, I really hate your articles now. Everything. Yeah.
This is why I missed Comics Alliance.
Yeah, I think the nice ones now, comicbook.com, I think. That's it. Because Bleeding Cool, I stopped reading already because of their format.
Well, at least Bleeding Cool doesn't do lists. Not yet.
Yes. I hope they don't. But it's really tabloid journalism. Like Rich Johnston, I think what he does is he hires all these bartenders, and he knows where all these guys from Marvel hang out, and he pays these guys. Because I don't know how he does it. He gets all these information way ahead of time, and you gotta respect the guy for being the guy when it comes to comic book chismis.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, enough about chismis. Part of the topic is about you. I wanted to commend you on the very recent post you had. It was Nancy from Sin City, correct?
Yes.
Yes.
I was worried most people wouldn't get who it was.
And I love it. I think it's new. Parang, wow, I haven't seen this style from John before.
Hey, thanks.
Yeah, I think it's pretty cool. Do you have a plan already for the next 30, or what's your plan on the daily 365 project?
I kind of just decided on the day.
Okay.
I have a list, not of characters, but of franchises that I want to get to. And then I'll pick a franchise, and then depending on if I'm supposed to draw a guy or a girl, that's when I'll decide who the character is. Because if you notice, I'm alternating 2 guys, 2 girls.
Oh. So that's tomorrow it's a guy.
Tomorrow it's a guy, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. You don't do any robots, huh?
Oh, I'm trying to only do faces for now. Okay. I just did Matt Tracker, though. So that's technically the first quote-unquote robot head I've done so far. But I do plan to do more.
Among the ones you've done, what's your favorite so far?
The ones I've done, man. Now I need to scroll through the folder just to see.
I really like that girl from Paperman.
Oh yeah, that's a lot of people's favorite.
Yeah, I like that one. I like your Chitara. And I commented on one. Did you do a Voltes 5?
I may do one. Or what are you saying, of the pilots? Or
Yeah, did you do any of the pilots already?
I haven't touched Voltes 5 yet. I've done Voltron pilots.
Yes,
But
maybe that's the one. That's the one I remember. Okay,
Mhm.
okay. Yeah, because I was...
I think my favorite is oh man. I think my favorite is Space Ghost. That's a weird answer, I think.
Oh, that was pretty cool. I like that Space Ghost. What was the most difficult one? Like, it became, this is such a chore, this is such a hard face to do, or...
Oh man. I'm not the best at likenesses, and I think that really shows with Ygritte. I wasn't happy with that.
Ygritte is who, sorry?
The redhead from Game of Thrones.
I don't watch Game of Thrones.
Sorry, buddy. But she's in there. She's in between. Chronologically, she should be in between Faye Valentine and the Hulk.
Okay, you should do a quiz. Like, name this character.
Well, we sort of do that on the private chat for TK. I'll tell DJ that, hey, I posted the next 16. Name all of them, and you can pick the books we're reviewing next episode.
I thought the running joke now is the Spider-Man. Oh, it's Gwen Stacy.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah. I felt so bad that I wasn't able to get Mary Jane. That one was on me. That was
it's
on
fine.
me.
Maybe it was you never know. Maybe it was a failure of the art.
No.
Of the piece.
It was the black tank top should have given it away, I think.
Yes.
Yeah.
You'll notice also that number 1 out of 365 is Peter.
Yes, I do. I do know that. It was pretty good also.
And then EJ was like, "You don't even like Spider-Man. What are you doing?"
Yeah. You know what, John? I will suggest. Have you read Trouble by Mark Millar in?
Yes.
Did you like it?
I think you need... Well, when I picked it up, I wasn't sure what it was about.
Because it was a picture of two girls.
Yes, it was a Frank Cho cover, and I was like, oh, all right, what's this?
It was a picture of live people, actual people.
Oh, that's not the one I got.
Oh, okay. But the one...
But...
Yeah, go ahead.
Go on.
Go ahead.
I think that you need to know what it's about going into it to enjoy it.
Yes, you need to be a Spider-Man fan at the get-go, I think.
Yeah.
But when I read the spoiler alert, it's about Richard and Mary Parker and Ben and Aunt May. Uncle Ben and Aunt May when they were in high school or college.
Yeah, young Aunt May.
So Ben and Richard are bros, and then May and Mary are best friends. And initially, you have the romance of Ben and May and Richard and Mary, but as the story goes on, you flip relationships and you find out at the very end that the mom of Peter Parker is actually Aunt May.
Mm-hmm.
But this is it's not 616. It's not. It's kind of like a what if.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, imagine if they do this with like somebody who's like a young Marissa Tomei.
Oh wow. That's a Spider-Man spin-off right there.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but I gave it to one of my teachers, and he didn't want to read it because he read Sins Past. If he read Sins Past, it's about
the best Spider-Man story.
And when he read it, like, Jiggy, what the F is this? What a bowl of crap! I said, what's this? And then, like, whoops, it's continuity now. Yep,
Mm-hmm.
Norman Osborn and Gwen Stacy.
That was undone, right? By One More Day?
I think so. Yeah,
It has to.
No, if you do the undone, it still happened. It still happened because it was published. You cannot unsee it.
Well, it depends on the kind of fan you are, I think. If you're the kind of fan who is able to allocate canon and you know, create your own canon from what you've read,
I guess.
Then I guess so.
Yeah. So, do you have any requests for the 365 project? Just to go back there to that topic.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah?
What do you mean?
Request from EJ. Oh, John, please draw this guy or this girl.
Oh, yeah, I have a ton. I have a ton that I'll get to. It's weird because people will ask for characters that I am very unfamiliar with. In that sense, it's sort of like Comic-Con, you know, doing sketches at Comic-Con.
For example, I requested like Super Sentai series. But you didn't watch Super Sentai at all.
Not yet. Not yet.
But did you watch Mask Rider Black growing up? No, or Shider?
Nope.
Okay.
I haven't seen a single show
of Japanese tokusatsu.
No.
Okay, just Voltes 5.
Seeing, I have my good friend Leandro is a big fan of all that stuff, and I saw one when I was at his place working one night because he's also an artist, and I was really fascinated by the designs because I really enjoy mask and helmet design, and I was really surprised because like these things are really well crafted, you know, and silhouettes really stand out to me. So eventually, I feel like I'm gonna get into that whole subculture. It's just I just literally don't know where to start. You pointed me in the direction, but
I did.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm gonna mail you the camera instead of a USB, you know those SanDiscs, because it can fit there. It can fit there and cheaper to mail it out in terms of weight. But you have to.
I like where this is going.
But you have to watch it. That's the deal.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is there gonna be a quiz?
No. Just see how it goes and. Watch
Is there going to be a CBR quiz?
No. No CBR quiz. But I do wanted to ask you, I've recently been joining these trivia nights, quiz nights, Geek Fight. Are there any?
I saw that.
Are there any trivia nights in Davao?
Yeah, there is one in the Ayala Mall here. But I don't think it's specifically geek-centric. I think it's just general trivia. Although they could have topics, like different topics every week.
That's in Abriza Mall, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. So the Geek Fight Trivia Night I recently joined. So monthly, there's a theme. And last Friday, it was all about summer. It's called Hot Damn with Bruno Mars on the cover photo. And it was fun because first category, beach movies. Category 2 for... 10 questions per round. Second round was beach TV. Then it becomes Summer Olympics. There's what else for the swimsuit Sports Illustrated models like that.
I got the feeling Earl scored a lot of answers.
No,
was he in your team?
Earl wasn't in the team.
Oh man, you were handicapped.
No, we did have Jason Inocencio and John Lansang.
There you go.
I
take it back. I take it back.
And I was able to answer a couple, so I kind of contributed to the team also.
Well played. Were there any Baywatch questions?
Yes, okay. The question was, what was the name? There was one for the movie and one for the TV show. For the TV show, what was the name of Pamela Anderson's character in Baywatch?
CJ Parker.
There you go. And we just needed CJ, but I answered CJ Parker. Should have gotten bonus points for that. And then on the side, we were talking about Erica Aleniak and all the other girls. Yeah.
I never saw the movie.
No, it's out this month.
Oh! I thought there was a 90s movie.
No, was there a 90s movie? I remember there was a spin-off called, was it Baywatch Nights?
Yes.
Which sucked.
There was also Baywatch Hawaii, which is where we got Aquaman.
I watched Baywatch Hawaii. Yeah, come on, Jason Momoa.
Exactly.
And wait, don't what's her name? Was it Brand Roderick? Roderick, the blonde. Yeah, she was pretty.
I have no idea.
Yeah, there was another blonde. I think she came in mid-season. So yeah, that was a fun show also.
The Hawaii one?
Yeah, Hawaii one. Yeah.
I don't think I saw it.
I
just saw like ads for it.
I watched it religiously until it got cancelled. And there was another one. Like I was the only one in the team who I guessed it correctly. So there was this particular reality show that could be seen on MTV with the tagline, "The Real OC."
Huh. Roommates?
No, the name of the reality show was called Laguna Beach.
Laguna Beach, that's right.
And then the other one, we no one got it. It was like a spy show or a group of agents. The
spy group.
Yeah, the clue was Fabio was in it.
What?
Yeah.
And this is a live action show.
Yeah, we guessed VIP. Which was wrong. The answer was Acapulco Heat.
Oh man.
And the Heat
I have never heard of that. That sounds terrible and awesome at the same time.
Heat was an acronym, like H.E.A.T. Like, what the hell is this show?
I don't want to know.
And then the other one we got correctly was who starred in the TV show Thunder in Paradise.
Oh, that is Thunder in Paradise.
Yeah.
That's very familiar.
You want a clue?
Yes, please.
A wrestler was the star of the show.
Thunder in Paradise.
90s. Who was popular in the 90s?
Was that a Hulk Hogan show?
It was a Hulk Hogan show.
Yeah. In Hawaii?
No, I think it was in Florida.
Okay.
He had this high-tech... It was kind of like a Knight Rider thing that he had this high-tech speedboat.
Yeah. So it's pretty much like Knight Rider meets Miami Vice.
Correct.
Starring Hulk Hogan.
That's the one.
Yeah.
So many beach shows. Yeah.
So many awesome and terrible shows.
And then the beach movies, I forgot what the questions were, but the very first question was a Tagalog, I think it was a Tagalog movie called Temptation Island.
Nope, I'm out.
Yeah, I didn't know.
I have no clue about that.
Yeah, so...
You can ask Butch, that's his forte.
Beach, OPM, so original Pinoy movies?
Of a certain genre.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry, Butch. I love you so much.
What genre is this? I should ask Butch personally, off podcast.
You'll find out.
Okay, I'll find out. What else? I had some topics lined up. Did we talk about everything I wanted to talk about you?
Oh man, you're steering the ship. I'm just chilling over here.
Yeah, I need to visit you in Davao pretty soon, huh?
Yeah, dude, you and Earl have been threatening me with a visit since last year. I mean, what are we doing?
I just need... I end my immersion in the store end of May. Maybe in June I can visit you.
Your immersion.
Yeah, I have an immersion. I don't know about the fanboy. I don't know what he's up to now.
Yeah.
I remember now. I will talk to you about... Oh, yeah, urban... My first interaction with you was Urban Animal.
No. Yeah. I always dread urban animal questions. You'll find out why.
I thought that the art was pretty freaking awesome.
Oh, thanks, man.
And I was sad that you weren't there, that you lived on another island.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Uh-huh.
Urban Animal, that was Comic-Con 2012, 2013.
Was that your first work?
I drew that in college in 2001.
Wow.
Yeah.
Everything?
And then I drew issue 2 and 3 in 2002 and 2003, respectively, because I was still in school I couldn't put out work very quickly, and I just kept them, and then I sold photocopies to friends. But around 2013 was the first time I really, quote unquote, published that shit into a bound book.
Uh-huh.
And 2013 was my first Manila Comic-Con attendance, and that's really the first time I sold it to people in Manila.
Okay.
So I'm glad you were able to pick one up.
Yes, I still have it with me. So when I visit you, I'm gonna have it signed.
Oh, you didn't have it signed? I feel like I did sign it.
No.
You must have been been ushered along with your bevy of fangirls.
Of course not.
Okay,
I have another question, off topic. Your logo is
quick topic change.
Orange and black with the A. How did that come about? It reminds me of the ninja symbol from G.I. Joe.
Mm-hmm.
What was the name of it? I forgot the name of the school or the dojo or that group of ninjas. Not hardcore G.I. Joe, sorry.
Yeah, it is Hard Masters School. I forget the name of the school also, but that's where Snake Eyes and Storm Shadow are from.
Correct.
It's actually not an A, the symbol that I use. It's one of the symbols in the I Ching hexagram, which is
It's not an A? I've always thought it's an A.
I used it because it also serendipitously looks like an A,
okay.
But I picked it because the hexagram stands for progressing or progress.
Oh, okay.
So I just like to use it as a sort of mantra for my work.
Okay.
That's why it's been my Facebook avatar for years now.
I know.
Yeah.
And I only saw your face last year. From the Batman versus Superman podcast where I guested in TK.
Sure.
Yeah.
Well, obviously you saw my face back in 2013.
Oh yeah.
Unless that was an LMD you sent to my booth.
Yes, for those who don't know, LMD is a life model decoy.
The symbol that I use is a hexagram. The one on Snake Eyes' sword or his tattoo is slightly different from that, and that one means justice.
Oh, I learned something new today. Have you done?
Look it up; it's actually pretty interesting.
Have you done Snake? Because you did Destro a couple of days back.
Today, actually, I did Destro today.
Oh, I thought Nancy was today.
Mm-hmm. I did Destro earlier today. I'm catching up because I'm about a week behind.
Oh, okay. How many you've done? I think for G.I. Joe, you've done Scarlet. No,
I did Lady J.
Lady J. Snake Eyes, no.
Not yet Snake Eyes. I've done Baroness.
Oh, that's the one I saw. Okay, and then I think I requested. Are you gonna do a Scarlet?
Yeah, I'll eventually do a Scarlet. Snake Eyes will be further down the line. I don't find the masked characters super interesting to do. Like when I did Matt Tracker, it was sort of like pulling teeth because I was like, I'm not really enjoying this.
Have you done Captain Planet?
Not yet.
Oh, not yet. Okay.
I'm more inclined to do the Planeteers, actually. They look more interesting to me.
Okay.
Martin!
Oh, there was a I think it was 2 months back, the 80s Saturday morning cartoon theme for quiz night, Geek Fight Trivia Night. You should name all the Planeteers, and there was one group.
Come on.
One group said African guy, American guy, Asian guy. We're like, come on, it's an Asian girl. Hello.
Yeah.
And it's Wheeler, Kwame, Linka.
I mean, just because us Asian guys are pretty too, doesn't mean,
Yeah, so that kind of, I lost respect for that team.
How dare you?
Yeah.
Linka, though. Linka's the best.
Oh, yeah. See, Wind.
Yeah, with the accent.
Yeah.
The accent is the best part.
No, but have you seen the college humor Captain Planet?
With Don Cheadle?
Yeah.
I've seen it, and I don't want to think about it.
I'll turn you into a tree.
I might draw Captain Planet eventually for the dailies. but
as Don
I'm not a
Cheadle.
big fan of the design.
As Don Cheadle.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, or
Oh,
maybe
man.
what about the Addams Family?
You know what? That's I've never thought of that.
Yeah.
I might go for that.
Like a Gomez.
Probably not likenesses.
Yeah. Your own style.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can't wait for that.
Are you reading any of the Hanna-Barbera books?
Future Quest, I have the first trade. I haven't started it, but my brother said it was pretty good. And the guy, I forgot the name of the guy doing the art. He was selling. He was selling the splash page when Johnny Quest and Haji met Space Ghost, and I think it was for he's selling it for I think $700. It's a pretty good page, I think.
It is.
Yeah. Something to think about.
That's Evan Shaner, the artist.
Yeah.
I was enjoying the first few issues, but it sort of goes off the rails around issue 3 or 4.
Oh, that sucks. Well, I'll still check it out. It
gets pulled in too many different directions and loses a bit of its focus.
Okay. Sorry. Since we're on Hanna-Barbera, I want to tell a short story about my Tito Noy. So,
sure.
There was a Taboo. You're familiar with Taboo, the board game, the game?
I've heard of it, never played it.
Yeah, so I wasn't there, but my uncles were telling me, his cousins, this was in Tarlac, so the word was bandit. And he was like, this is the name of the dog of Johnny Quest. And no one got it.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
That's sad.
But it was fun to know that he was into Johnny Quest growing up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
What's the name of... it's just stupid. Because I don't know it. Do you know the name of Mati's monkey?
Monkey? Oh, shoot. I forgot. I forgot. Wait. Does it start with an M? No.
I have no idea.
I forgot the name.
I wonder if Mati knows.
I forgot the name of the monkey. Yeah, but I thought Mati was... I really found his power stupid. Like, it was no use.
Everybody's sad. I'm sad too.
He couldn't help at all.
Nah. That's part of the reason why I created Urban Animal is with my frustration with characters like Mati, who is able to he's able to talk to animals but do nothing about it. You know?
That sucks.
So, because I love Changeling from Teen Titans.
Okay.
I pretty much stole all that shit. Just did my own thing with the ability. Like, I don't know how many issues you read, but that's essentially what Joe is able to do. He's able to turn into different animals.
Oh, okay. No, I'm not really big with DC. I'm only if I were to take a DC quiz, I'd be most familiar with Batman, the Batman mythology, followed by probably Green Lantern. A far second.
I'm guessing the recent Green Lantern stuff.
Yeah, when before Blackest Night, that run, I read a lot of the Green Lanterns back then. But after New 52, I was out of it.
I jumped between the two houses, Marvel and DC, mainly because I couldn't really find just one thing that I loved. I enjoyed almost everything, but one big blind spot for me, honestly, is
Spider-Man?
No, I know a lot about Spider-Man, which is why I can honestly say that I don't quite enjoy it. But a blind spot for me is 80s Avengers.
Oh, that's a blind spot for me too.
Yeah, like I never read Under Siege or Korvac stuff.
Yeah, if you ask me, I only started reading Avengers because of Brian Michael Bendis. When I started Avengers during Disassembled. Because nobody cared about the Avengers before.
Yeah, I think that's when most people our age started reading Avengers. I was reading the Jeff Johns stuff, which was right before Disassembled, I think. But nothing before that. My brother was collecting the George Perez stuff.
Okay.
But I never read that stuff.
I didn't read any of it either.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's my Marvel blind spot.
Okay, and my weakest subject when it comes to Marvel, a lot of people are disappointed in me. Is I'm not really familiar with X-Men.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I am disappointed in you right now.
Because I answered your survey. My definitive X-Men was Josh Whedon's Astonishing X-Men.
Yeah. I
I'm-
mean,
I'm
no
f-
offense, buddy, but that's kind of the easy answer.
I know. And if you were to ask me also, my definitive X-Men was the 92 cartoon.
Yeah, I think that's well.
But
That was largely
okay,
based on some Claremont stuff.
this is because I didn't like team books growing up. I like the solo character, so thus my love for Spider-Man.
Sure.
Because he got to
sense.
interact with everyone with Spider-Man team up. He would team up with almost everyone.
Spider-Man.
Yeah.
We can talk more about Spider-Man, honestly. I don't mind.
It's fine. No, I'm good. I think I should have EJ on the show, but I would like to have a video cast with you when I promise you I will visit you in Davao this year.
Oh.
You have my word. Hopefully with EJ or whoever.
Yeah, that'll be cool. Well, Miggs is from here. He's currently living in Manila.
Oh, okay. I haven't
he's
met
from here.
Miggs though.
Oh, no?
No, I haven't talked to him either.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot. Last topic before we go. Dungeons and Dragons. You are a big fan. I've never
Yes.
played. My only contact with Dungeons and Dragons is because of Big Bang Theory. So
Oh, man.
Yeah, how to play? Okay, I never knew how to play.
Sure.
Yeah.
So, wait, you never saw the Community episode either?
What do you mean the community
Of D&D?
of what? No.
I think it's the
No,
first season.
I didn't watch Community either. Sorry.
You should.
I will.
You need to familiarize yourself with, what's her name? Alison Brie.
Oh, I love Alison Brie. Don't get me
Ah.
wrong. She's hot. And I hate it that she secretly got married already to Dave frickin' Franco.
That's cool.
Yeah, he's
fine.
Yeah, she's hot.
But honestly, the best stuff that she's in among the myriad shows that she appears in is the Community stuff, especially
Okay.
the first couple of seasons.
All right, noted.
Mm-hmm.
So Dungeons and Dragons, have you been playing frequently with EJ and the guys?
No, actually, because we were scheduled to start playing online together,
Uh-huh.
but Butch got a whole bunch of new projects.
Oh, okay.
So
No, but one of
and
these days I would
EJ
like to listen in and how it works.
it's pretty crazy. I don't know if you're familiar with any aspect of the game at all.
I know that one needs to be super matyaga when it comes to
Yeah.
the writing.
Yeah, you need to be very updated with the rules, and you need to know how the rules apply to every single possible situation that might arise.
So that's
That's
you.
me, because I'm
That's
the
you.
dungeon master
Okay.
in our game.
So if once dungeon master, you're kind of like dungeon master forever. Is that the case?
Well, until somebody else learns how to.
Ah, I see. Okay.
And it takes a lot of books to really be apt at it. So not a lot of people want to do it.
And I think that's the problem, right?
Yeah, that's why most people who want to play D&D never get to, because
No one wants to be dungeon master.
not a lot of people want to read all those books, because you need to read like 3 books, which are almost phone book size.
Seriously?
Yeah, like one is the Dungeon Master's Guide, one is the Player's Handbook. That's a little thinner, and one is the Monster Manual.
That's
You
crazy.
don't need to memorize it. You just need to have a working knowledge of how everything works.
I think that's still crazy.
It is. I enjoy it because I get to stretch my writing muscles.
Okay.
So all the world building and stuff. I just think it's a fun exercise. And unlike comics where you draw and then you need to wait, possibly years before you get a fan reaction. When it comes to D&D, you can create something the night before, and then tomorrow you present your world to your players, and then you get instant, reactions to all the stuff you wrote.
Nice.
And it's fulfilling that way.
Okay. I wonder if most comic book writers were D&D fans growing up.
It's very likely. Like, it's a very nerdy hobby.
Okay. All right. Anyway, John, I really don't want to take much of your time. You might start working at this hour already. But thank you for guesting on Geek Speak. We're almost close to an hour, and yeah, I think we covered a lot today. And
Baywatch.
Wholeheartedly, I really do hope that you win the Eisner.
I'm honestly trying not to think about it too much.
Okay.
Just
no
doing
pressure.
the work.
We'll just do the praying.
Yeah, thanks.
All right. Anyway, so for Geek Speak, this has been Jiggy Cruz. And if you want to follow John Amor, you can follow him where? You can say all your sites.
You can find me on Facebook, just John Amor, and I'm on Twitter as well, John Amor, one word. You can visit my website, it's johnamorartist.com. I had to specify artist because apparently there's a physicist in the States called John Amor.
Okay.
And you can visit my podcast at treskomikeros.wordpress.com, where I talk about comics with a bunch of other nerdy dudes. And sometimes with Jiggy.
Yeah, sometimes with me. And you have a Reddit thread, right?
We do have a Reddit thread. We hardly ever post on it.
Yeah, I checked it earlier.
Because I think only me and Butch use it.
I checked it earlier tonight. I think the last post was 260 plus days ago.
Yeah, man. I think EJ and Alex only use Reddit like 4chan and look for smutty pictures. I'm sorry, EJ.
All right. Anyway, thanks for listening, guys. Bye.
Thanks, man.